Hey, what's going on, everybody? And today I'm going to start a little bit of a mini series for my fairy tale characters you probably don't know and or remember. Because Christmas is coming up, and while I do not celebrate Christmas, um, I know it's a Christian holiday, and what's more Christian than an organized religion and the church? So we're going to talk about fairy tales' very own religion called Zentopian, or just Zentopia. I don't. The Zentopia Church is a religious organization in Fiore. So we're going to talk about Zentopia, and then we're going to talk about some characters that were introduced because of Zentopia. Kind of like a little mini-thon for like the Christmas season. Hope you enjoy. So let's get into this. The overview is the Zentopia Church's doctrine is the most influential religion in the kingdom of Fiore, despite being a cult. Zentopia is like a little independent state. In fact, Zentopia and its churches are almost independent from Fiore at the point that they have their own military force like the Legion Corps, or I've heard them called the Legion Platoon in the English dub. I don't know if that's like official name either, or that's just what Biro calls them. And a personal jail for those who commit crimes while being members of the church. Where both the Kingdom of Fiore and the Magic Council have no jurisdiction. Despite their independence, the guards of the Kingdom of Fiore are also ordered to defend various churches of Zentopia. Zentopia is responsible for the Irrational's escape from prison, but is now once again working for the Archbishop. Now let's go over their history. The Zentopia Church was founded by the people who survived the chaos caused by the Infinity Clock, real nightmare. They also dismantled the clock and sealed away the 6 pieces in different abandoned places of Zentopia. Will Neville, who was once a cardinal of Zentopia, was afraid that the pieces of the clock would be collected and become one again. So he created a biological link between his disciples and himself to seal away the amplitude limiter to prevent the infinity clock from reaching its true form and unleashing real nightmare once again. Properties owned by Zentopia. Churches and cathedrals. Obviously, you can't have an organized religion without a place of worship. Zentopia owns almost all the churches and cathedrals in Fiore. A lot of them are attacked and some are also destroyed by the reborn Irrational's, who aim to sever the biological link of Will Neville from the celestial spirit mages who found shelter in the churches, which resulted in their severe decrease in number. The main cathedral of Magnolia Town, which is the Cardia Cathedral, is also the property of Zentopia. The Infinity Clock. Zentopia possessed the Infinity Clock long ago, and it was sealed away after it was proved to be too dangerous for the world due to its ability to unleash chaos and warp the senses of a person. The Infinity Clock was dismantled into 6 pieces. Each of them was scattered and hidden in different abandoned places of Zentopia, such as the underground church, some ruins, an underwater area, a magic library, a temple under a mountain, and the last one in some other ruins. But it was discovered by the Archaeological Society, and it somehow came to the possession of Jude Harthelia. One of the archaeologists, Jean-Luc Neville, paid a visit to Jude, and Jude promised him that he would seal away the clock hand somewhere else. The complete form of the Infinity Clock is like a giant fish floating above the Zentopia Church, but it is also connected to the amplitude limiter on top of the church. Two books known as the Two Great Myths were written by Will Neville, who was once a cardinal of the Zentopia Church, showed the real locations of each of the pieces of the Infinity Clock were hidden as a story of a young girl finding the 6 keys. Oh, now we're getting to something interesting that I don't really remember from the thing. It's like the Zentopia's creed, because the show is kind of more focused on Zentopia getting taken over from the inside by the Irrational's. Speaking of which, maybe I'll do a review of the Key to the Starry Heavens arc, which I found really fun. But let me know in the comments if you want me to do a review on that, and I'll do it. The creed of Zentopia is believing that everyone should recognize their own sins and not hide from them, but rather they have to try to atone for them by helping people that are needy without receiving anything in return. That's very touching, actually, and I really like that. That's actually a good creed to follow. Hierarchy. At the top of the Zentopia Church hierarchy is the Archbishop, who is the spiritual leader of the church and its greatest authority. Under the Archbishop, there are the cardinals that can exercise the authority in his place, where the Archbishop is sick or temporarily unable to fulfill his role. Under the cardinals are priests of the Zentopia Church. And Will Neville left, and I think he's dead. Lapointe is dead. Fabrizio, that's a name. is still alive, as is the Archbishop, so that's fun. The military. Not much is currently known about the military force of the Zentopia Church, but it seems to consist of guards that defend the main church of Zentopia and its jails, and members of the Legion Corps, who's a secret order of elite warriors sent out to complete important missions in the name of the church. And these are the 7 members. Biro Crazy, the leader, who is also the Duke. Samuel, who is the head, kind of like the brains. Dan Straight, the spearhead. He's like, he has a giant spear, and he's like kind of the weaponer. Mary Hughes, Sugar Boy from Earthland, and Coco from Earthland. They're kind of soldiers, legionnaires, I don't know. And then the cleaner, not Kenny Omega, but Gutman Kubrick. All members of the Legion Corps, and I don't think he's technically a member. I mean, he was kind of given that position, but he's not with them by the end of it. Like, he has another job to do. But yeah, so that's basically a glimpse into Zentopia. And for the series, I will be going over these characters: Barbaro, Sam, Dan, Mary, Sugar, Co, and Gut. I'll be going over their stories and their things in their wiki pages. And because this is a great arc, and a lot of people, I think, sleep on it because it's like technically not canon. And honestly, I kind of don't get why it's not canon. But speaking of that, yeah, I also, it's like the best of the non-canon arcs. I would put this further, just before I make a review of it. I would put the Key to the Starry Heavens arc first, then the Daphne arc second, and I'd put the Celestial Eclipse arc third. That one was kind of really boring, and maybe I'll review that one too. But anyway, that is going to be it for now. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Because I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month. I want to start the new year off with 100 subscribers, and that would be awesome if I could get it. So please, if you are interested in this video or any of my other videos, please keep that in mind. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.